There we go. All right, everybody. Good morning. I was trying out a new camera, but it was not cooperating right now. So we're just going to go live this way. And I love it when the camera's backwards because it looks backwards. All right. So today's topic is how can age affect communication? And we're coming live to you from inside because it's raining outside. And I'm going to call out the elephant like always. I have Penny the Pimple here on the side. I don't know why she showed up in the night. I guess she likes to be on the camera too. So here we are. Because my commitment is to show up for you guys Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. So we're a few minutes behind today. So drop your comments because I'm streaming today. So I can see your comments and we can pop them up on the screen. All right, today's topic, how can age affect communication? And if you're watching on YouTube, leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we're drawing for a weekly prize. And if you watched yesterday's video, we had a special guest. My daughter was on, and she's the one in charge of prizes. So catch that video if you didn't get to watch it yesterday. All right. How can age affect communication? Well, I thought of two big things. How it affects communication. As you age, your sight may or may not get worse, and your hearing may or may not get worse. Or you've had sight or hearing problems that you just kind of ignored. So an example would be my dad was around airplanes and heavy machinery most of his adult life and lost a lot of his hearing. But nobody wants to do anything about it because you're like, I don't want to get hearing aids or something like that. It comes down to you just always wanted to be how you always were and you didn't want to have to do any modifications to yourself. I would feel the exact same way. So you could talk to my dad sometimes and he just wouldn't hear it correctly. But you'd have to know he wasn't hearing it correctly to know that he didn't hear it correctly. An example is, we've talked before about hearing is a 3-step process. You hear it, you see what somebody's saying, and then that person that talked to you knows you understood it because you did what you said. So, and I'll give you another example. If you ask your kid, this is communication for any age. If you ask your kid to pick up something and they were like, yeah, I'm going to pick up something. Well, then I would have needed to see the item not there anymore. And I would have seen them get up and move to get the item. So a way to check is if they didn't take any action, then you know they didn't hear you correctly or they misunderstood you. So this works. It's that way with toddlers, aging parents, your spouse, your coworkers, all the things like that. Is a little check thing. Like you ask them something, and if you don't see them take action, then they might have not have heard you correctly. So also with that, if you don't hear so well, you play the TV very loud. So everybody here with aging parents, raise your hand if the TV has ever been on like number 75 and they're like, can I turn it up because I can barely hear it. I hear that all the time from parents, their kids with their aging parents. The TV is so loud. And I remember my house was like that. I was like, how can you hear us talking when the TV is so loud? And you can't, your brain can't do two things at once. It's impossible to do that. Remember, here's another example. When you're lost in the car and you're trying to find the directions, or you're like, we're looking for this street, and you turn down the radio. You think turning down the background noise is going to help you find your way better. And it's funny because I was like, you're shaking your head. You're like, yep, I turn it down every time, Cindy, when I'm trying to find something. It's just we have to block out the background noise. So your age affects communication in every way, whether you realize it or you don't realize it, that communication gets different, or you have to repeat things a little more, or say it a little louder, or speak a little slower. That's one for me. Speak a little slower so people can understand, and then they can get the message that I am trying to talk to them about. All right, so that was a little bit about age can affect communication. And I know you guys want to join a community of awesome people that are moms in the middle. They're navigating life well between kids and aging parents. The link will be in the description of the video. And I will see you guys all next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.